Trapper Dave again. This is December the 20th. We're close to home this morning. We're going to set a few snares. I'm under a TVA wire here, powerline. Excellent place to snare. I mean, all kinds of critters use it. I don't know what it is about a wire, TVA wires, but they love it. But anyway, I've got permission to be in here. But anyway, we've been throwing out some just deer scraps, and I've had a couple beaver carcasses and stuff like that thrown out, and the coyotes and stuff are wearing this out. I mean, there are tracks everywhere. There's just a few places there where I've had some stuff thrown out, but anyway, about 150 yards back up from where on the way in here, people's been dumping off deer carcasses, which it looks bad, but for a trapper, that right there is a real good thing, because stuff comes from everywhere to get a mess of deer meat. And with this weather coming in here in about 3 days, Friday morning I think it is, it's supposed to turn extremely cold, extremely fast. So I'm thinking maybe tonight, Wednesday night, Thursday night, I'm gonna snare 3 nights. Then Friday morning early, I'm gonna come over here and just lay my snares down on the ground. That way I don't take a chance on catching anything I don't want to. But what I'm gonna do is, there's a trail. I'm gonna put out about 3 snares right here, and then I'm gonna set some more. But there's a trail. It's kind of hard to see, but it goes right out of past that little pine right out there, about 20 foot. There's a trail goes into the woods right there, and they're using it big time. And then right here by the front of the vehicle, I stopped where my hammer and my driver's at. There's another trail goes right around through those weeds back over there. And there's a couple of trails goes into the woods, but there's really not nothing to do any kind of set any snare with over there. So, but anyway, we're going to put out probably about 3 or 4 right here, and we're going to go back up next to where we come in, and probably put out 3 or 4 up there. Actually, there's a couple of trails up there that they're using where I had catches last year, so all I've got to do is just set my snare, my ear thinker, and everything's already there. But anyway, we're going to get this started, and I'll make some more videos here in a little bit about what's going on, show you a little bit more about it. We'll catch you in a few minutes. Okay, I've got this first one up, and as you can see, they're using this pretty good. There's tons of tracks going right through there, and he should walk right into it. We hope that's what happens. So a bobcat or a fox probably can go through that without tripping it, but a coyote, they'll run into it, and most of the time it will trigger it. I have caught bobcats and foxes a little bit further back, but most of the time they'll jump through a snare, coyote snare. One by 10-inch circle for a coyote, about a 6 to 8 inch for a fox or a bobcat. But that looks more like a bobcat or a coyote trail right there. Now, right on up here, about 40 to 50 yards, there's a couple of little trails that's probably more like a bobcat or a fox, because it's not as big as a coyote. But anyway, we're going to set another right up here, this little ways. I'll show you it here just in a few minutes, and I get it set. Catch you in a few. Okay, this is number 2. As you can see, it's hard to tell, but there's all kinds of tracks through here, and this sand and stuff like that. A little bit of dirt. Right there is my snare hanging there. Just about the right height, about 8-10 inches off the ground. That bright thing you see, that's my support cable. They're not used to anything being hanging out there, so that's another good possibility for a good catch. But you can see that opening right out through that grass right there. They're really using this, and how I know is because I seen some deer hair here where they've been carrying deer scraps and stuff out of the way. got deer hair right there by my snare. See that little trail right on out through there? It's kind of hard to see, but you can see where they got the vine mashed down right there, using it real good. We're gonna get on up here and put out number 3. Catch you in a few. Okay, we just set number 3. Actually, I caught on this trail right here last year. It goes right up, down through, right on down. Hard to tell, but right here, right on up through here. There's Cody's cat. Snare's hanging right there, right between that bunch of grass. So, trail goes right on up through there, right between that green pine, that little dead pine there, goes right on through there. And what I was going to show you was, there's a actually it comes out right here, but there's all kinds of tracks here. Try to stay as there's all kinds of coyote tracks and bobcat track right there. There's one. There's another bobcat track. So we know they're in here. We know they're in here. And that trail goes right on up that rock, right on up to that field right there. So anyway, we're fixing to move back on up towards the road. And actually right here is a trail that I caught a bobcat on last year. There's a little bit of using it, not a whole lot, but a little bit. So we may end up putting setting snare in it too, just to be on the safe side about it. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. We're gonna get back up here and set a few more. Catch you in a few. Okay, we're finishing up here on the snaring. There's a deer carcass. Like I said, I didn't put this stuff out, somebody else did, so I mean, he just helped me out. But anyway, here's what we've done. Before the cold spell coming, the ground froze. It was muddy. You can still see a little bit of dirt there, but it was a muddy path out there here. Right there's my snare. Right on over in behind the weeds, you can see where they've been carrying stuff over and eating it. But that right there is perfect coyote snare. I've got it blended in pretty good on both sides. I caught a couple here last year in this same spot. But we'll move on around over here. Here's where I caught one last year. Just dug my earth anchor up, moved in on over to right here. You can see that path out through there. Maybe a little bit of everything using it, but more than likely probably a bobcat or a fox, as narrow as it is. It's a pretty narrow path. Most of the time if I set snares on stuff like that, you're going to end up with a fox or a cat. So anyway, if deer comes out through there, there's no danger in it getting caught, because I've got deer stops on there. If it happens to get around the leg, well, he can walk on out of it and there's no danger in anything like that. So that's number 2. We're going to ease on over here. Around a bit. You can see they've tore this ground all pieces in the last night or 2. They're really using this right now. And cold weather coming, it's going to make it even better. So we're going to ease right out here. Here's a trail that they started using some, quite a bit. Right there hangs my snare, goes right back out in there. I had that up there last year. I made a catch. next trail over and they quit using this, and so they're probably using both of them. But there's one. That makes 3. And we're going to ease right back out here towards the shagging wagon and see what we've got. As I said, up out here, I ain't got one. If it wasn't for the weather getting so nasty, there's bobcat poop. There's some more of it. So they're using here. A lot of this scratching and stuff you see, that's coyotes doing all that. Here's another carcass that they've thrown out, and right there's another snare. Weeds. See that path? Right there hangs my snare. It's kind of hard to tell, but close up right there. Loop about 10 inches, 9, 10 inches up that way. So anyway, we're gonna makes a total of 7 snares over here. And I've got one in the backyard. Haven't checked it this morning. I'm fixing to get back. I'll check it. But there's all kinds of little trails going in and out of the woods. Right here, some little paths are going in, going out. Like I said, if the weather wasn't getting so bad, I'd do some number 3 foothold sets. In Tennessee, law is you have to have a offset jaw or a padded jaw. So that's padded. I got the padded one, so I can set there. But anyway, we're gonna ease on back to the house, and let's see. Just gonna show you one more thing here. Here's a trail that they're using. Going right out through under them bushes there, see that? I could probably put me a flat set right here and a little bit of coyote lure or bobcat gland lure on that to brush there. More than likely get one in the foothold set, but like I said, it gets so cold that wind chill factor is going to be down below about 10-15 below 0 by Friday evening. So everything in the ground is going to freeze. They are ways that you can do that to where it won't freeze, but it's a lot of work. So we're gonna head on back, and like I said, I got one there at home. I'm gonna check, which I'm not far from the house today. That's why I wanted to wait till I could do this when the weather was bad. I can drive in and back out. But anyway, Trapper Dave in the field. This is December the 20th. We'll be back over here in the morning on the 21st, and maybe we'll have something in the snare. Just have to wait and see how it goes, but there's a lot of signs and I'll have something, but I've said that before and I'll have anything. So until then, we'll catch you all out in the field. Have a good day.